up, nerds? Back with another video. I am leaving conditioner in my hair and letting it dry to let it get curlier because I have been working on my curls. And because my hair is wet, I am not wearing my headset, which is why my headset is here so you can hear my microphone. Now that's out of the way, I wanted to talk about Tyler1 and why he got Challenger and his Ivern play and this whole concept of always fight bot, because I think it is a very strong style, and I think if it was brought to LCS, it would be very successful for certain teams, like, for example, TSM. So, shout out Shadow Dogs Unleashed, and let's get into it. So, Tyler1, what is Ivern Jungle? What does he do? Why does he do it, right? So, he's looking into all these Ivern Jungles, and because he's noticing that Ivern, he's not like a fighter early game, nothing like insane, right? But he doesn't die when he fights these guys, which is important because as long as you don't die, you're not feeding. I mean, most of the time you'll just regen your health in the jungle, right? So he's got this kind of like medium, level, but like stallable, decent jungler that can keep the jungle, right? So what do you do with that? So his tactic was basically to be like mid-guard, or not mid-guard, the place in the fantasy, like dash guard. He was saying how he would just, tag his camps, bop, bop, and then just stroll it on down the river, just fucking hop back and forth, get scuttles, what in between scuttles, bot back, tag the stuff, go back, and just really the goal is just to counter gank, be there when he needs to be, because Daisy's OP for sure, but like the snare is really good, the brushes are very good, and the shield is very good. So I mean, like, he's got three just all around good skills. When he gets one item, he's got a very good boost. Arden is insane right now. Even if they nerf Arden, I still think it would be pretty good on him, because they'd probably only nerf one of its aspects unless they decide to nerf everything and just nerf the AP and the damage and the cooldown and like everything. But I think they'll only nerf like one of the three, or if they nerf two of the three, it'll be like it'll be like 60 to 50 ability power or something, and maybe like the damage will go down by 10 or something. Just for examples. So it's a very, it seems like something that Tyler wouldn't play, but it just, like, watching him play it, it's just really, it's perfect because he honestly has probably one of the best game senses of all players right now. Like, even LCS, maybe not LCS, but 1000% solo queue. I mean, like, he just reads these guys like books. He just reads them like fucking books. And if you're asking for what my source of this information is, it's because I watch his fucking streams all day, all right? So now he's got this great game sense already, and he couldn't really do much with it. Like, he was trying to, but like traditional junglers weren't really like effective, right? So now, as opposed to playing like Olaf, like in a very aggressive, like, trying to beat their jungle and therefore beat lanes, he did the flip. He played a mid-tier jungle so that he could make all the other lanes succeed via the shields and all this stuff, right? So I thought it was a very interesting change of playstyle, a very interesting use of champions, and that's Ivern Jungle, right? So now, always fight bot. Always fight bot is what he does when he's on 80 carry, right? Because obviously he's a streamer, obviously, like, everyone just is like fucking going bot all the time, right? But if you think about that, that's how a lot of fucking LCS games end up. They just end up pile driving bot or pile driving top. The TP's back. Oh, joke's on him. They stayed there. Pile drive again. It's like, it's honestly, a lot of people do it in LCS already. So now that we've established that, his champion pool is, for 80 carry, mostly Draven, Heimer, Karthus, right? At least recently. And I think it's very interesting because that at least two of the three, those are champions that the whole idea is that they're 2v3 champions, right? and then if you know this is going to be a 4-man all the way bot, right? Then you just pile on any support with a hard CC, any single support, because that's all you need to do. All you need to do, because they're going to be diving you under tower, is just be able to stun them. Let the Heimer turrets do it. Let the fucking Karthus shit hit, but it's very strong into those matchups. And sometimes he still loses those games, right? But there are many times where people don't coordinate when they go in. So the jungler's coming in the mids right behind, right? So he'll just E the fucking jungler invading or something, right? Support, hypothetically Leona, E on top, Q, W with Heimer. By the time that's all done, this guy's most likely dead. Then you've got the second one coming up. If one person couldn't do it, or two people couldn't, or three people couldn't do it, now this guy's coming in. It's not going to change anything. I guess maybe his mana might be a little lower. But that's Heimer. And then for Karthus, it's just like, recently he's just been doing Dark Harvest Karthus, because it's like everyone's diving bot, but he's trading minimum 1, maybe 2 kills, getting the harvest stacks. And let's be real, Karthus can do damage when he dies. He doesn't get interrupted in his ult. Karthus dying, I've always said and played when Karthus that you want to be the front line if you have Hourglass, and even if not, you want to be the follow-up, because they have to use stuff on killing you because they want to get you out of the way first, because they don't want to fight on top of you, right? And if they do, that leaves the rest of your team up. You can still do damage for 3 seconds, then you can ult on top, and then what? And then what about the guy who's in front going first? So there's just a lot of advantages to it. I think if LCS teams who are going to end up just diving fucking bot anyway, right? It'd be interesting to see them play Karthus or Heimer or something like that, but I think it's actually a very strong it's a very strong concept for sure, but then his champ pool to counter those is also very good. So I just wanted to talk about that, wanted to talk about the Ivern, Shadow Dogs fucking forever, and yeah, that's it.